everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the leap year book tag. I don't think I have been tagged by anyone in this. I just saw Hillary with Melted Books. She's one of the creators. I just saw her video and thought it looked cute, so I decided I was going to do it. Let's hop right into the book tag. Question one is an extra day. What is one book that brought a little bit something extra? And for that, I chose The Martian by Andy Weir. This is one of my favorite books. I probably would have loved it even without the added humor. The main character, Mark Watney, is so funny. This is a book that I laughed out loud. Like, he says some really funny things. Like, he's just well, crap. And he just made me chuckle throughout the entire book. I loved the added humor. Like I said, I probably would have enjoyed it even without that, because it's a very interesting, intriguing plot line. But the added humor just really did it for me, and I loved this book. And it is probably what made this book 5-star instead of a 4-star, was that little bit of added humor that Mark Watney added to the story. Question two is taking a big leap. What is one book you are or were afraid to read? And for that, I chose The Name of the Wind. I was very intimidated by this. It's fantasy, it's big, it's the start of a series. All of those things I was very nervous about, and the fact that John read it and he really liked it, and this is the book that I feel like spearheaded John really diving in and becoming a reader. So I felt like there was so much pressure on this book, and I had to like it. And I did. I really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every book in the series so far. But I was terrified to read this because I didn't want to not like it. But that was not a concern I needed to have. Question three is every 4 years, what is the 4th book you read this year? And that was Cherry Cheesecake Murder by Joanne Fluke, one of the books in the Hannah Swenson series. We all know how much I love this series. In this book, a movie crew comes to town to film some scenes in Lake Eden, and there's a murder. Very solid, enjoyable book. Very solid and enjoyable series. Question 4 is 366 days in the year. Looking at your 3rd shelf, what is the 6th book on that shelf, and then the 6th book after that? So I'm doing this shelf just because I feel like it's the easiest one to do based on the setup. So we're gonna look at this shelf because it's 1, 2, 3, and I double stack my books, so this is gonna be fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6th book is Sail by James Patterson. And then the 6th book after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of my books are falling. The 6th book after that was The Last Suppers by Diane Mott Davidson. This is somewhere in the Goldie Bear Cozy Mystery series. I don't know what book it is, but I have read this a long time ago. Don't remember what this specific book is about. This is another series I want to reread. Question 5, it's leaping ahead. Name 4 books that you want to read by the next leap year, or alternatively, you can name one thing from your bookish bucket list that you want to accomplish before the next leap year. So I answered both questions. So something from my bookish bucket list that I would like to accomplish before the next leap year. I would like to have 1 year where I read 100 books in 1 calendar year. So 4 books that I would like to read before next leap year. So I would like to reread the Mistborn trilogy. I read them a long time ago, and I really, really, really want to reread them. I also really want to read Gone with the Wind. I am named after the plantation in Gone with the Wind. I've watched the movie. I enjoy the movie, but I really want to read the book. It's big, but someday this will happen. Then I would also really like to read Lord of the Rings. This is a bind up. This one I kind of have no control over, but I would love to read, hopefully come out between now and the next leap year, the 3rd book in the King Killer Chronicles series. I think it's called The Doors of Stone, but that is completely dependent on whether Patrick Rothfuss gets it written and published before the next leap year. But I would love to be able to read that. So hopefully that happens. Question 6 is Leapfrog. Name a book from your TBR that has green or has green on it. For that, I chose Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I feel like this fits the bill. I mean, it is almost entirely green. So have yet to read this. And question 7 is Bad Luck. What bookish things do you stay away from? And I try not to dog ear my pages. Every once in a while I do if it's like an older book and it looks like it's already been dog-eared, like my copies of Anne of Green Gables. In a pinch, I have dog-eared those because they've already been dog-eared, but like brand new books, I do not dog-ear pages. I don't go out of my way to get specific, like to get signed editions of books. Like if the signed edition is like $5 more just because it's signed, I'm not too terribly concerned about getting a signed edition, unless it's a signed edition because I'm physically standing in front of the author and the author is signing it and I'm having an interaction with that author, which has never happened. So I don't go out of my way to get signed editions of books. I mean, if the signed edition is the same cost as a regular not signed edition, I'll get a signed edition, but I don't go out of my way to get signed editions. Question 8 is to tag 4 people, but I am posting this like tonight after work, and that only gives like 6 days, 5 days really, until like February 29th. And I feel like at this point it's a little bit late. So I am not going to tag anybody. If you want to do this tag you're it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.